Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. This, I don't know what I'm gonna title this video as. I think it's a little bit of just a little bit of everything. I just wanted to tell you guys what's been going on. I have been working on my video that I want to do, the true crime video. I have not actually sat down and started doing the actual video part itself, but I have been working on I've been doing like a writing like a script per se. I've been reading out loud and practicing it and everything, and I think you guys are gonna like it. I got a good hook on it, and I'm so happy and proud of it. But it's like my little baby, you know. It's like that first video out there that you're like you actually put a little bit of effort into it. Anyways, so guys, I have been um dealing with a lot of health issues, but I'm working through them. I'm always dealing with health issues, but yeah. So I've noticed you guys in the last couple of days. You noticed I've been dealing with the cold sore. This one right here is almost healed up. It's like just like that really like dry scabby kind of, whatever. And then this one right here, I don't know what happened. I think some of this got right down here because there's nothing in between, which is weird. It's like it's almost like if you ever have impetigo, which I was prone to it a lot when I was younger. The first time I ever had it was when I went to summer camp, and I actually, I was at youth camp, and some of my friends that were there and stuff, we decided one night we were just playing with makeup and stuff like that. And of course, we didn't know, we share everything. And some of my friends, they had really bad acne and stuff. And I didn't have the bad acne. And apparently, we were sharing makeup, and their makeup was, a little bit better than mine. And I was like, oh, I want to try that. I want to try this. And then a day or two later, I found out that I woke up and literally had all over my chin. It was really bad, and I had to deal with it, and it hurt. It was so painful, and it was like so embarrassing because you're like in that in between, like you're like literally like a tween. I was like probably like 12, 13 years old, and I'm like, you're starting to like boys, and I'm sitting there like, oh, the whole, it is summertime, and I'm like doing this the whole, walking around. So it was so embarrassing, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, the sun and the heat made it worse, but it popped up like in the middle of the week. We were going home at the end of the week, so it was like I just had to suffer for like 2 or 3 days, but it kind of sucked. And then when I got home, my parents took me to the doctors and found out that's what I got. It's almost like not really staph infection, but kind of. It's like literally it's bacteria that got into the pores in the skin. And after that, I was like, I am not sharing makeup with anybody ever again. I didn't blame my friend because I mean it's her makeup and it didn't happen to her, but because she has really bad acne. And acne is usually really bad oils and skin in your pores and your skin and stuff, it can spread, and apparently I scratched my chin, or I was rubbing and I was patting and I was literally, it got into the pores, and yeah, and we were sharing it. So, and I was, told that if I shared my makeup with them, I would literally have to throw out all my makeup and then get brand new makeup, which kind of sucked. And my parents, I mean, my makeup wasn't that expensive, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it was because we were on a really tight fixed budget. So my parents were slightly annoyed with that, and so I kind of had to earn my makeup that the new one. So because I only got like new makeup like once a year, so I had to make it last. So and usually typically it's like right before I start school for the new school year. I got new makeup. So I remember my parents would take me out to I think it was like Walgreens and stuff like that. We would go there. Or if y'all remember Eckerd's, I don't know if you remember Eckerd's, like it was a drugstore. It was actually it was basically CVS, but it was before CVS was CVS. And CVS bought out Eckerd's, but Eckerd's was actually owned by JCPenney's. And so and you would never know that because I remember my parents had a JCPenney's credit card, and I thought it was kind of weird how my parents could use their JCPenney's credit card at Eckerd's to buy stuff. And yeah, I just thought it was kind of weird. But anyways, before I get off topic, so yeah, so I learned my lesson on that. So I think this right here is probably from the little bit of me rubbing from this right here and then scratching right here and then probably picking at my chin, and then I kind of opened up the pore a little bit, which got some of the, I guess, the bacteria or whatever it is in my skin, and it kind of bubbled up. It's not that bad now. I mean, it really dried up really quickly. It took about 2 days. If it dried up really fast. I did put some of this medicine on it. It's you can get it over the counter. It's really cheap. It's not Breva or anything like that. Breva doesn't even work to me. I think it's a waste of like 20 something dollars for a little bitty tube, and to me it doesn't work. It may work for you, but it doesn't work for me. And Capofinique works really well. Capofinique works wonders, and it's only like $5-6 at Walmart. So that, and you get a big tube of that. I like the smell of it. I think it's the camphor in it that smells so good. It's good at drying up. If you have like pus or anything like that, it dries it up. But I also got what's called, it starts with a D. It's like Doco something or whatever. That is actually the medicine name that you need, that actually helps, clear it all up. Typically, I Googled it and everything like that, I found out that that is the medicine you really need to get if you have cold sores, because that is really what helps. It doesn't just dry it up, but it actually also helps kill some of the bacteria. And also, I made sure constantly every time I clean it, I'm not cleaning with just soap and water. I'm using rubbing alcohol. It stings, yes, but it dries out that skin. But it kills the bacteria, and also creates a barrier. It creates like a wall, so it doesn't spread. It's like you're creating, think of it like you got like the sore is like a castle, and then around it is like a moat. So you're trying to create that moat to keep anything from anything that's in that castle getting out, if that makes sense. So typically rubbing alcohol will work. I've heard to extremes, and I've done it myself because I didn't have any. Actually, you can actually use nail polish remover, so that works too. But be very careful when you're working through your mouth, because and you don't want to smell it too much, because you can really it's really chemically. I don't highly recommend it, but it will work as well. And you could just put a little bit on a Q-tip and just kind of just rub a little bit around it. You don't want to go all the way in your lips. Because you don't want to actually lick it. You don't want to drink it. You don't want it inside your mouth. If you have it on your lip, do not use it on your lips. But if it's on your skin, like on your chin or something, it would work. It works just as well as rubbing alcohol. It's like a twofer. If you happen to do your nails and stuff like that, you don't have rubbing alcohol, but you have nail polish remover, it could work. But be sure to use like a Q-tip or something like that, because you don't want to contaminate your nail polish remover, and then because it's just a mess. So so I started, what I did though, I noticed though, this right here is not really, it kind of healed a little bit. I got a scab on it. I don't know if you saw my last video or two. You would see it had a little bit of a scab and everything. And it's like, it's crazy, because I'm over here like, okay, so it's healing up. That's good. But then I'm over here still picking at it a little bit. And when I picked off the scab a little bit, I did feel like there was still like a small one or two little like pus bubbles, I guess you want to call them. Like they feel like clear fluid. I was like, oh, and I kept picking at it, maybe if I can pop them open. And I looked at it last night, and I was picking at it, and I kind of squeezed it, and some of it did come out. But then I started noticing I'm really squeezing too much, and then I realized it's still clear liquid, but it's still so sore. And I'm like, oh no, I hope I didn't. I'm not going to I hope I didn't spread it. It made it worse. And while I was trying to heal, I should have just left it alone, but I didn't. So I ended up, I decided, you know what? I thought about something. Those little pimple patches, like the little clear little round little circle things that you get them, like Hero is the main brand. I like Hero. It works really well. I think Neutrogena has theirs, and then there's also Starface has theirs as well. There's different ones, but I think they all kind of probably work. But to me, Hero is the best one so far. And I have one that actually literally covers your whole chin. And I have one that actually, and then I have the ones that are just like the little different size dots. And I was like, well, I don't need the whole chin. But I thought, I wonder if I put one actually on the cold sore, like on this, will it draw out any leftover virus, bacteria, whatever, it would draw it all out. So I put it on last night, and oh my gosh, it literally, the whole, I'm not trying to be gross here, guys, but the whole circle literally like was white. And like it was raised white like this morning. I can kind of feel it. I was pushing out. I was like, it was kind of squishy. Like within like the first hour of me having it on, I was like, oh, that's already squishy. But I was really tempted because I really wanted to look at it. I really want to peel it off. But I was like, no, I'm going to leave it on. I have to not touch it. Just leave it alone. So I left it on all night last night. Woke up this morning. I I went and looked at it. I peeled it off, and I was like, that whole circle is filled. And I'm like, and it's still kind of tender, but it's not that bad. It's not as inflamed, like puffy. And I'm like, I'm gonna try it again tonight. So I'm wondering if you have a cold sore, like not like if you can have, if you make sure you don't like lick it or not like that in your sleep, but if it's like right above your lip or right on your lip or right here, I didn't put it on my lip, but I put it on this one. But if you have it on your lip or on your bottom lip or something like that, and it's near like their edge, typically cold sores are on the edges of your mouth, not typically actually on the lip. It's typically around the edges. So, or they're on the sides, But if you have one, maybe try one of those. Don't put any medicine on it. Just clean it real good. Make sure it's really dry. And then just, see if you can kind of push it on there. Try not to pop the little bubbles, but try to see if it'll stay on there. And do not talk or drink or touch it or nothing. Like, do it like literally as soon, like you're already in the bed. You have one of those things. You can use your phone as a mirror. Put it on there and don't do anything. Don't touch it. Just go to sleep. It may still be on there in the morning. It depends on how bad you are in your sleep. Because I move around a lot. I scratch my face. I do everything. I'm all over the place. I'm like a toddler in bed. So, but if you try your hardest, then, try not to touch your face while you're sleeping. And then in the morning, I wonder if you take it off. I wonder if it will draw whatever you have that's deep in there, draw it more outward. And I'm just curious if it'll work. It's just, I think because it worked a little bit on this. So it's been drawing on it. So I'm going to try it again tonight. And I'm going to like kind of document it myself and trying to see how well it works. But yeah, y'all see them eventually in videos because I'm not using no filter. So this is what it looks like. And I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's red, obviously, because I'm fair skinned. But and I've been picking at it. But it's not that bad, We'll see. And anyway, so put that aside. I didn't want this video all be about my cold sores and stuff, but I just thought that was interesting. I didn't think you could use it on cold sores. I thought it would just be on pimples. Well, I think it would use on anything. You could use it on bug bites to draw out the fluid and, and I thought that's crazy, right? So anyways, what else? I was going to talk about to you guys. I should have wrote down this. I should have wrote it down. Anyways, I guess I don't, there's really not a whole lot except telling you guys about my, how excited I am working on this, true crime video. I took a break for the last couple days from, working on it. So because I just been listening to my body and taking a break, and I just, not only that, but I've been kind of lazy. So, but I am planning on working more on it today. I'm trying to think what else. Oh yeah. So apparently according to today, today is what is today's date? What is today's date? Let's see. Let me look at my watch. The 22nd. Okay. So apparently, they're saying the weather, I'm in Texas. So apparently the weather, they're saying it's going to be really, really bad. What do you guys think about this? I'm so sick of hearing about the weather. But apparently, they're saying that it's going to be so worse than it was in 2021. Now, I got COVID the first time about a week or two after it snowed really bad. And I think it was kind of crazy, though. Because I'm like, if it does it again this time, maybe I can reset myself. Maybe I'll just go back outside again. Maybe get sick again, but then I get better. Maybe I'll just like a reset. Like cancel it out. I don't know. That mindset doesn't make sense. But, it's good to think about. It makes you wonder. But, yeah. So, guys, do you think it's going to get that bad? I don't think it's going to get that bad. I think it's going to get cold. Yes. Do I think we're going to get maybe some snow flurries? Yes. I don't think it's actually going to reach the ground. Now, people are saying that, oh, it's not really going to be snow. It's more about the ice. It's going to get icy. In order for there to be ice in the ground, it's got to be water on the ground. It's not rainy. I mean, there is some light like the ground outside right now looks like it's been kind of wet, but not like rain wet. Looks like someone just like damped it, like a dew, but it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like it's uh like puddles and stuff like that. But I've heard anything from it's only going to be a little bit to suddenly it's going to be a apocalypse again, but worse than was 2021. I don't know, guys. Pray for me on that one because either way. I told my daughter who's at college, and I told her, I said, just make sure that your phone is charged because she's really bad about keeping her phone charged. Make sure your phone is charged. Make sure she has some battery packs. Make sure they are charged because if you go without electricity, at least you have your battery packs. You can still keep your phone charged, and make sure your tablet and your laptop and everything like that, those are charged fully. So in case it does, you lose electricity, you still have at least a little battery, but don't drain it. Just hop on there for a minute or two, check your emails, and then sign off on it because you don't want to drain it out within an hour or two. It's already drained. You know what I mean? So, because you don't know how long you're going to be without it, and everybody's going to be scrambling. Let me use your computer. Let me use your laptop. Oh, mine's dead. Can I use yours? Don't. Yeah. So don't worry about that. So make sure make sure it lasts. I've heard though some colleges actually have backup generators, so I don't know how entirely that's true, and I haven't looked into it. So we'll find out again eventually if they ever lose power. We ourselves, I think we're fine. My husband's out right now. He's out like getting things prepared. We have our food supply's fine. Water's fine. We have all that. He's just trying to get on how we're gonna do with like if we want to cook things, because our house is all electric. So if we did, the grid goes down. How are we gonna, if we want to heat something up, how are we gonna do it? How are we gonna stay warm? So I mean, we do have a grill we can always use outside because he likes to use charcoal, so that works. And so we have plenty of that. And then we also have he's going out to get one of those I guess those grills that you can use, like the little propane gas thingies on them. He's gone out to go get one of those. So yeah. But anyways, guys, I mean, pray for us. I think we're gonna be okay. I think everything's gonna be good. If you're in the lower parts of the United States that are gonna go through this, we're gonna go through it together. I hope you guys are staying safe. Stay warm, please. Bring your pets inside. Find a spot for them. Bring your plants inside if you can. If not, can you cover them up? Protect your pipes. Let your water just drip overnight. That little extra few bucks on your water bill is going to be worth it. Better than having a flood and a busted pipe later. And check your heat. Use it sparingly if you can. Just bundle up because we don't need to hold the grid go down because everybody's using the heat, tremendously. So we learned our lesson from 2021. So, and don't take all the toilet paper and don't take all the basic needs because everybody needs something. Okay. So, and make sure you check your meds. If you're on the prescriptions, make sure you get those filled and you're good. Check on your old people because we need help sometimes. So make sure they're good before this all starts. Make sure they have food, blankets, things like that. And I guess it's it. I mean, I make sure they have water because so they're hydrated. Because the number one thing that people get sick over is dehydration in the winter months because we're not sweating. We think we're not thirsty and therefore we don't drink enough. So make sure you are drinking your water. And I guess that with all that being said, guys, I think that's it, really. I mean, like I said, I don't know what to title this video. So if you do make it to the end of this, congratulations. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm just kind of giving you an update on how things are going and how I'm excited about working on this video and as well as update on my little cold sore issue and the weather. So I may make another video. If it does snow, maybe I'll show some snow outside if it does. Maybe you can see y'all can get, if you're not in the state that gets it, y'all can, relish in it, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, rest of your week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys are liked, comment, and subscribed to this video, and keep me current, please. And make sure you hit the notification bell because you never know when I'll put a video out. So, and you never know when the next video may be out, maybe the video. So, I will talk to you guys next one in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Stay warm and love each other. Bye.